Vernon, France, August 24th, 1954. In this small town outside of Paris, numerous eyewitnesses report several mysterious oval-shaped craft above the Seine River, traveling at great speeds before suddenly vanishing into thin air. It is the first of more than 300 UFO incidents that would take place in France during the year. Journalist Aimé Michel begins studying the reported flight paths of many of these accounts and makes an astonishing observation.
All these UFO sightings appeared to move in dead straight lines, often crisscrossing, and as he kept getting reports coming in and he kept plotting them, he kept finding the same system happening, the same lines, the same movements of these UFOs.
In 1958, Michel published his research in a book called Flying Saucers and the Straight Line Mystery. In the book, he introduced a principle he called orthoteny, which held that clusters of UFO activity over a short period of time usually occur along straight lines that often intersect.
What Aimé Michel started to realize was that there seemed to be a pattern in where these objects were appearing and also their flight paths. He saw that they actually used specific lanes which he felt were connected with the magnetic forces of the Earth.
He's noticing that these UFOs are traveling in straight lines using latitudes, and that in fact this can be extrapolated into an entire grid that encapsulates the entire planet.
Is it possible that Aimé Michel successfully identified a grid pattern across the Earth of highly magnetized regions that have come to be known as UFO hotspots? Ancient astronaut theorists believe that further clues can be found by examining an area that has become notorious for mysterious phenomena and strange disappearances: the Bermuda Triangle.
With the Bermuda Triangle, it is an irrefutable fact that planes and ships of various sizes have disappeared without a trace. You also have UFO and UAP stories.
In the last century, roughly 50 ships and 20 airplanes have vanished without a trace within this infamous 500,000 square mile stretch of the Atlantic Ocean. According to Scottish biologist and paranormal researcher Ivan T. Sanderson, the Bermuda Triangle is just one of a strange and disturbing kind of UFO hotspot that he described as the world's 12 vile vortices.
He was able to identify, he believed, certain spots like the Bermuda Triangle, the Dragon's Triangle, places like the Great Pyramid and other huge monument areas, and there was activity going on at these places. Disappearing ships and airplanes, UFO activity, lights and unusual phenomena that were occurring constantly.
In his 1972 article entitled "The 12 Devil's Graveyards Around the World," Sanderson mapped these sites at equidistant points above and below the equator and discovered they formed a mysterious geometrical pattern on the Earth's surface.
There are 12 of these across the globe. Now, 5 of them are within the Tropic of Cancer, 5 of them within the Tropic of Capricorn, the other 2, the North Pole and the South Pole. What's interesting is if you connect all of these through the sphere of our globe, they make an icosagon, or a 20-sided polygon. So this is showing us how all of these type of hotspots are connected to each other.
The hotspot sites Sanderson identified share more than just a unique history and geometry. Many of these so-called vile vortices have strong magnetic anomalies caused by variations or disturbances in the Earth's magnetic field.
If you take a look at the Earth has a magnetic field like a bar magnet. The field of the magnetism comes out from the North Pole and goes into the South Pole. It comes from the fact that inside the Earth there is churning electricity. And we now know that there are anomalies there.
It's as if our entire Earth is one gigantic battery, And if one were to argue that the entire planet is a battery, well, what's it used for? I think our planet could serve to power whatever exotic device extraterrestrials use to get here and leave.